Hi there. Welcome to December's edition of the After School Special Holiday Edition. I am Lucia Palazzi, and we are here with Amber Hogarth. She has great ideas for crafting on a budget, and so today we decided everybody during this COVID period kind of needs a break and something fun and cheap to do, and so Amber has come up with 2 ideas for us to work on today. Hi, Amber.
Hi. So we did come up with a few ideas to work on. We are going to be doing a Grinch, which is Miss Palazzi is going to be doing, and I'm going to be showing you how to do a snowman. Some of these ideas that you might want to find to do that are just at-home ideas, I found them on Pinterest, very cheap, not expensive. Just for the holidays, it is a snowman and a Grinch, but you can make a Santa. You can do anything that you would desire to do. You can find those also on Pinterest as well. I've done them also for Halloween for my kids as teachers, wonderful gifts to give for teachers. We've done them with candy corns in them. So this year we are going to do a Grinch and a snowman for you. We're going to start off with the kits. The kits that you're going to be receiving, you're going to be coming and getting them. Lucia also sent out an email that you will need to get a glue gun and a glue stick on your own. That's something that we could not provide, so we hope that you have it by the time we're doing this video. So we're going to start with Miss Palazzi's items that you're going to receive in your kit. So you should get a ribbon for the scarf. You should get 2 to 3 green paints, a paintbrush. You're going to get a knob, you're going to get a saucer, a pot, and a glass top. These are the Grinch faces that we did already do, but because of the Cricut and we're not able to do face-to-face, so we're doing the virtual. So we're going to already go ahead and use the Cricut is what we made them from. We have the contact paper that we're going to put it on, and we're going to go ahead and put it on your glass container for you so that when you do come pick up your kit, they will already be done for you. So that would probably be one less step to do, which is fun. But Lucia really enjoys the contact paper and the Cricuting these days. We're learning as we go. So we're going to start off with Miss Palazzi, and she is going to go ahead and do her Grinch face. So she's going to show you how to start that process. All right, so we are back with Miss Palazzi, and we're going to do step-by-step instructions on how you would start your Grinch. So initially we have already our printout of our Grinch, and we are going to use our contact paper, and we are going to show you step-by-step on how Miss Palazzi is going to do that for us. Our little tool. These little fun tools that come with the Cricut machine. Super fancy, super nice. So right now what she's doing is she is rubbing the sticker on the contact paper so that once she starts to peel it up, she wants the sticker to be able to come up with it so that it would be easy to transfer on the glass. So she's just so carefully, nicely trying to get that. So bear with us. This is Miss Palazzi's first time crafting, so maybe a little nervous, but I think she's going to do perfect and fine. I have not done a Grinch or a snowman before either. I have done other projects using these items. So we're all beginners, we're all learning, and we're trying our best. So I think she's doing fantastic. She's getting it up.
This takes a lot of concentration, and it's not fast.
And it's patient. You need a lot of patience.
Yes.
Okay, so as you can see that she has now taken it from the sticker back and now has transferred. So when you get your glass, initially, it's already clean, it's ready to go, but if for whatever reason you were doing a project at home, you would want to make sure to use some kind of cloth or something that you're going to wipe off the glass with, just so that when you put your sticker on, there's nothing or debris on the glass. So we're going to let her go ahead and do that. We've already wiped down the glass. And she's just going to find out where she would like her position. Once you put it on there, you can kind of play with it. It doesn't initially just automatically stick. You can pull it back up and reposition. So she's found her good position. So now she's going to work it down on the glass.
It can be a little tricky too if it has a curve to it.
So even with the contact paper, you could honestly, if you felt that it was very difficult to do, you could actually cut the contact paper in sections and just do the eyes. You can also maybe just cut the contact paper and do the mouth. So it doesn't have to be all in one piece, especially if you would like to be more precise or if you don't feel very comfortable about it. You could do that as well. So that is also an option. Like we stated earlier, we will already have these pre-done for you. So with the Grinch face and with the snowman, we're gonna go ahead and put these on for you because we do have the items here and we didn't expect you guys to try to go out and get these items. So there you go. So now she has taken the contact paper off. She has made sure that it has basically transferred onto the glass. So now if you happen to have any wrinkles or bubbles and you're just not comfortable with it, you can just kind of press along it to make sure that everything's still down and just firm on there because, you know, it is a sticker. So they do come up and they do come off. So you just want to, you know, make sure to go around. All right, so once you are done with your Grinch glass, you can go ahead and just set that aside. We're not going to use that for a while. So next you're going to take your paintbrush and you should get 2 or 3 cups of your paint and we're going to get started with that. So Lucia is going to start. What you're going to do is you're going to want some kind of surface just to feel comfortable that you're not going to spread paint everywhere. You're going to go ahead and paint your knob. You're going to paint your saucer and you're going to paint your pot. So Lucia's going to start doing that. And you will get a brush in your kits to do this project as well. And it's going to take, we're hoping that only 1 coat, but just in case it doesn't go on very thick, we're going to go ahead and assume that we're going to need 2 coats on everything. So we're going to show you the general concept of the first coat and then come back and do another coat.
Let's go to the pot top, the bottom.
So with the saucer, she's going to also do a coat for that. So you can leave it on something so that you're getting the edges and stuff. The good thing about these paint brushes, I'm going to show you an example here. These sides right here is very good to use to get into those cracks and stuff, kind of like on the sides where you're going to need to get into there. And then the rest of the brush is easier to use for the bigger spread. Okay, so the same thing with the pot. If you wanted to not touch it and stuff, you could leave it on the paper and just do, you know, the rim around it, as well as when you're painting it. It's always good to have some type of paper. It's always good to have some, you can even use boxes and stuff. Just something that you can move around your paper to be able to do each side and each round part. So you're not having to constantly pick it up and move it. It just makes it easier. And then of course, once it's said and done, you know, quickly, easily enough to remove the paper and then go on to the next project. And now that you have your second coat, because it's going to take at least 2 coats to cover the clay pots. So once your second coat is dry, we're now ready to assemble. So you should have picked some kind of sweet treat that you're going to end up putting in your Grinch. We ended up going with Hershey Kisses. We should have our ribbon and our knob, our saucer, and our pot. These are the items we should have. So before we get started, we are going to show you how to fray your ribbon. Sometimes you can do it when your ribbon is on your Grinch or your snowman or whatever you may be doing that needs a scarf. Sometimes it's easier to do it before you glue it on there. So I'm just going to kind of give you an idea of how we're going to do it. Now, if you had decided to go with a full length, you would initially just cut into it like a triangle. Okay, so these options would be cutting here and here. So if you wanted to go with a thinner ribbon, we did get the wire ribbon, so it does make it easier for you to fold. Kind of do this. And if you chose the smaller side, you would end up, same thing. You want to start in the middle on the corner, cutting up, and then the same side coming up into a triangle. So initially you would be left with this. So, you know, it's a very cute way, instead of just making it square, I mean, your choice is you can make it square or you can have it frayed. So the same thing, when you go to do your ribbon for your Grinch, you can choose to have a bigger, wider scarf on your Grinch and let it hang like so. Or if you chose to do a double and make a thinner scarf for your Grinch, it would be like this. And then it would fray it still at the bottom, okay? So those are a couple options to think about while we're moving on. So this is actually going to be Lucia's gift for her. So she will get to decide if she wants a full scarf or if she would like a half thicker scarf. So while we're waiting on that, we're going to go ahead and get started on your saucer. So initially you want to go ahead, you should have your hot glue gun ready at this point. You probably should have plugged it in about after you finish the second coat, cleaned up a little bit, and it should be ready to go. So initially you're going to put your hot glue on your knob. You do not want to put it on your saucer because in case it is not the right position. So initially you want to go ahead and do a big glob on your knob. And then you are going to decide what is center of your saucer. And then you are going to place it and press. And do not worry about the glue coming out. If it does bother you, you can always go back and paint it. You can go at it and pick it off. It's up to you. For me, I think a handmade with a little bit of glue showing means that we tried, and you know, it's never going to look perfect, but we try our best when crafting. So it gives it some character. So you want to hold that down for a good 10 seconds, just enough time for it to glue in place, and then you can set it aside. Okay. Then initially you are going to do your scarf. So Lucia, did you decide if you want
I like the full scarf.
The full scarf. Okay. So if you're doing a full scarf, you're going to initially want to start at the back end. You're going to want to wrap the top, and then you are going to want to bring it around and kind of meet together. And it's going to be bumped up at the back. That's perfectly fine. It's not going to matter one bit. And you're just going to kind of lay it to its side. So once you're comfortable with the way it looks, you can go with something like this. So this is an option with a big scarf. You have another option where you could fray both sides, and going from the back, you could wrap one going down this way and one going down that way and leave it like this. So that would be another option for you as well to do that. You could pick different ways that it goes. So if someone wants it this way and lays on this side, or if you want it to lay on this side, it's really up to you however you want to fray. So Lucia, what would you like? Would you like two showing?
I think in the middle, yes. I think that's what I want.
Like this?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And so for that one, we're going to not glue yet, because if she wants two sides, we need to fray the other side. So initially you're going to fold it in half, kind of like we did on this end. You're going to fold it in half. You're going to cut a small triangle from the end here, going up, and an end here going up, and there we go. So now you have your two fray sides. So now, since she went with the back side, what you would do is you want to go ahead, once you decide that this is a back side and that's fine for you, you're going to want to put some glue on the back side. So just a nice little dab. Not lose your glue stick. Then you're going to take your scarf. Make sure you have the back side of the scarf and center it as best as you can where center would be. And you're just going to kind of wrap and hold just that part, just the back side, just to give it a second or so to put enough pressure on each side to let the glue take. So initially it should just be on the top side, so your bottom side shouldn't have anything. So what you're going to do initially after that, so that you have more glue, you're going to end up doing a nice little line or even a glob so that you get the bottom half done. Now, because this is kind of, see-through, you're not going to want to put your hands on it because then your glue is going to push through the ribbon, so initially it could burn you. So if you just pull the ribbon down, it would not burn you through the glue. So now we have the back and it's done and it's ready. It's good to go. So there's the back. So now that you have that position, now you can decide which one you want to overlap, how you want it to overlap. One can be shorter, one can be longer, switch sides, it's up to you. So initially I'm going to go ahead and turn it to me and Lucia real quick and kind of, that way I can show her a little bit.
I like that, just the way it is.
Okay,
it's cute.
So initially you want to leave the first flap up because the first flap you're not going to be able to glue down first. So you're going to have your bottom flap down. So you're going to do the same thing, kind of come up where the lip is, and you're going to put a nice little bit of glue there. Okay, and then you're going to take your ribbon and just kind of press it into there and hold it. Like I said, you don't want to push in at this time because your glue would be hot and it would come through your ribbon. So you want to do it like this. Okay, so if you like it to kind of fray at the bottom, you could do another glue right here and then just allow this to fray and do it like this. So I'm going to go ahead and add at the top here, just so that it would lay down nicely, another little glob, and once again pull it. And then for the other side, so now that we're still together here, it kind of ends short on this side of the scarf, but which looks very cute because of the fray, so it does make a little difference. So once again, where you're going to end, put a nice little glob here. And then you're going to just go ahead and stretch it.
That's adorable.
So then you have your little, you can bend them because they're wires, so you can bend them in, you can bend them out, however you like. And there is your scarf. Okay. Then after your scarf, you're then going to do your topper. So once again, you want to have a lot of glue. You don't want to go over the edge because then that's not where your top of your jar is going to remain. So you really want to get a good bit going just to make sure that your glass is secure and it does not fall off, because it has happened. And the good thing is you just get another glue gun and you get another glue stick and you put it back together. Okay. So then you're going to take your glass top, make sure the front of your scarf and the front of your Grinch is lined up right. And then you're going to set it down right in the grooves. Give it a firm little hold for like a good 10 seconds just so that it gives the time to melt to the glass to be able to make good contact. So a little tug, if not, give it a few more seconds, push down. If it still does not stick after you glue, you can re-glue. That's a good thing about hot glue guns, is that you could re-glue more. And then once that's done, fill it with some good treats, some tasty treats. Some Hershey Kisses we got. And then his little hat. And there you are. Your Grinch.
That's adorable. I love it. Thanks, Amber.
No problem.